Hold on, wait. We can use our command for this. Beard. I should quick hop over, make sure I change stream info. Thanks for swinging by, Kiwi. So now, for those of you Tiger, I do I do some Q&A streams fairly regularly. Right now the regular streaming times are on Friday. You had to start Disco over because you didn't even survive day one, and it never struck me as a game where you were particularly in peril of dying and having to restart. I'm not being judgy here. I'm just saying, way to live life to the extreme. Right. I think, again, I love the fact that early on in the game, you are really acquainted with your own mortality, through the act of like it really makes you confront the fact that you are a shambles of a human being, where you try to grab your tie and you fail and you have a heart palpitation, and you're like, okay, I am not Mega Man. I am not a D&D adventurer in this game. It's like, I am a shambolic fucking mess. Yeah, this is the game. So, since I did see Becca and Skoy's here, I don't doubt that, oh, hold on, I should really, should rename the stream so that it no longer says I'm speedrunning Minecraft, although that's funny in its own way. Come on. I found pants. This is I've had pants in this game. I've got more than one pair of pants. It's just that right now, yeah, came for the Minecraft, stayed for this shambolic mess of humanity that is Pat Rothfuss. So yeah, as you can see here, this is not how my character normally looks in this game. That's because this was a cunning disguise because I stole something, but now it's time to put my regular outfit back on. I want to have that. I want to have this, and then. I do like those glasses. Winter Bassett, these. shirt, and then I take off my pants entirely. And then for tools, I would prefer to hold the clipboard and a crowbar. There we go. This is how I regularly look in the game. I mean, the one nice thing about playing this game is a lot of times you play a game and you're like, oh man, I look so cool and I've got ripped abs and a lightning sword and whatever. And some part of you is like, I guess I'll never be this cool in the real world. And the nice thing about playing this game with this version of this character is you look at this and you're like, you know, I have not fucked up my life as bad as this person, and that's nice. Okay, so now my plan, because right now I have a bonus to all of my physical. Kim, what have we talked about you and your bad clipping? So, oh man, Pat Rothfuss cosplays. Okay, so now there's at least one thing I can do here that is like a physical check. Skoys, if I try to look behind the curtain, you're legally obliged to put things in. No, what I'm doing here is I'm doing Aaron a favor by playing some of this game. What am I doing? The policeman's cloak, padlock door. That's interfacing. Half-Light is the racist lorry driver. Which is it here? Motorix? Yeah, Motorix is what I have a bonus in right now. So this means I would get a bonus to interfacing, savoir-faire, hand-eye coordination. So I'm just seeing, like, it keeps track of the things that I suck at. So I could go for the padlock door, way over here. And that's interfacing. I really want to get my cloak. I also like, just to say, of the many things that I like in this game, I really enjoy the fact that, like, how time is handled, because time does, like, slowly move on. Hold on, is this...
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Okay, hold on. See, I thought I was missing this, because I remember there being, like, some tracks here. I guess I looked at the... okay, no, hold on. Here's the footprints. Was I not able to look at these before? Or have I already examined these? See, I don't think I was able to click on these when I was here before.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Yeah, this wasn't giving me the option to click on this. I tried to do it at night during one of my late night streams because I investigated the body then. And so, but now, apparently, it is letting me do that. I couldn't do it before because Kim wasn't here. So also though, what I'm really aiming for... Yeah, the tidy whities, you know, is pretty much the ruthless finishing move on this character design, because like if they had given him a pair of boxers, even if it was boxers that had like pink like Christmas trees or like I Love New York or like just like something goofy or demeaning, that would show like character of a sort, or it would show something. But instead, those tidy whities just leave him absolutely no room, yeah, to for dignity. Yeah, like the tidy whities. If I honestly, if you ran around with your dick flopping about, I think you would have more dignity than wearing a pair of tidy whities. Okay. So now, will it let me try this again?
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Okay, so now here's the thing. I have one. I can level up. I have one. No! That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, Jesus. Good game design, folks. Here's what I want to do. It's Savoir Faire, right?
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Okay, so I gotta get that coat. I gotta get into this side of the facility. So... and so I'm gonna buy a point of Savoir Faire. And so right now I'm... some sort of clothing item I am currently wearing is inhibiting my Savoir Faire. What is it? Let's see, shoes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take my shoes off. I have failed this test 3 times.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Come on. Did it succeed? I had my eyes closed.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
You know, guys, I failed this test so often. I had literally a brush with death several times as my fear of taking this 6-foot jump filled me with palpitations. But this moment, his fucking Matrix-style leap, honestly kind of makes it all worth it. And now I'm going to close my eyes and enjoy this moment. And fly like a bird, because I did take... Part of the reason I'm doing this now is because I took some speed. And that's... I got an extra +1 to all my physical stats.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Also, everyone, don't do this. I mean, first off, don't jump like this. Second off, if you do jump, do not close your eyes. You need those to judge when you will land.
Martinez goes about its daily routine as you soar through the air. The loud voices of protesters mix with the engine sounds from the traffic jam. Waves crash against the pier, and dense, salty sea air fills your lungs.
He's so on the money, Breton! Just imagine yourself dual-wielding a bottle and a flaming cigarette whilst airborne!
No, what is this? Don't let go of the moment yet. I love the fact that he's like, I did it. I finally got the courage to jump down this to get my coat that I abandoned because I was on a bender. And he's like, yeah, and he feels good, and his morale goes up, and he desperately clings to this moment until he, with his eyes still shut, like just fucking knocks his teeth out on that iron railing across from him. Oh, God.
The corpse is dominating the yard, and the stench is nauseating. Even so far from the epicenter, it brings tears to your eyes.
Yeah!
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I mean, adrenaline is a hell of a drug. That was superhero landing. Which I did not expect. That's the first, like, one of the very few wins that you get in this game. Just a moment where you get to feel good about yourself.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
See, and that's the other thing, is you look at that and you're like, all you have to do is lay down on your fucking belly and slide down.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
And there's Kim. He just came down. Kim's just like, whatever. Now, of course, I'm going to touch this coat and it's going to fucking fall down there and I'll have to go down there to get it. Or some shit like that. Yay, my coat. Oh, I get shivers from this coat. That's right. Trench coat, no pants, baby. This is what we've been waiting for. Bam! Yeah! I mean, this I could cosplay without having to go shop first. Except my crowbar is blue. You know, I'm just so happy, everyone. I've wanted this coat for a long time. And now to find out that it also gives me a bonus to one of the stats that I really want to have high in this game, it makes me feel better about spending this point on savoir-faire. Here, Shivers, and again, if you're curious about this, all of my playthrough is archived on YouTube. This second playthrough, I started playing this ages ago, and then, you know, I stalled out, and I'm coming back to it now after a couple of years. But let's look at Shivers here. Shivers enables you to hear the city itself, to belong to the streets, a supernatural ability old wrongs play out in present time. And so it's like, at high level, shivers may make you seem mad to the outside world as you listen to the city. But this is effectively like your ability to sense the supernatural. And like I want to play like I am tuned into the supernatural cop. My Inland Empire is fucking buck wild up here at 7. I want at least one more point of shivers, but as you can see right now, wearing this coat, I am, shivers is one of my highest stats, so I feel good about this. Oh, also, hold on. Can I interact with my coat? Can I, like, check it out? Because, like, sometimes I put on a pair of pants, and then I find something in the pocket or something like that. Okay, what's this? So this is actually a big deal. It's not just me being able to get my coat. This does open up a new area of the game. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
How hard exactly on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
I mean, the thought of drinking 3 bottles of wine, it just horrifies me. Right. Oh no, I'm gonna pick up all this tear. Everyone knows. I like how you all I love the fact that some of you in chat are like, oh yeah, he can collect the hell out of those bottles for spare change. And
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
oh my, that was a joke. So apparently I found my coat was over there. So, oh God, the thought of, it's like drinking 3 bottles of wine and drinking 4 packs of cigarettes. And these are not little bottles of like 6 bottles of beer. This is sad. I must have been miserable. Looks like I had a lot of fun. Here we go. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission of the harbor.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced, all right. For now, let's just move on.
Cam, oh. You tolerating my bullshit is worse than any disapproval. Yeah, those are Fodies. Okay, it's only gonna let me pick up the wine bottles. Kim, stay out of there. Daddy's busy. Come on. Take. God damn it. Take. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? Take. Okay.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Oh, Renee, that's the old guy I threw his balls into the sea, which is not a euphemism.
Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
Volition. Wow, I failed a passive check here. This is sort of like my resolve, my own resolve.
You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat.
I failed my endurance as well. And that's an easy check. You know what? Okay. Having failed both of these checks, yeah, okay, I'm going to have a seat.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Just so you know, a stile is a, attached to the seat, the stiles. That's not a usage of the word style that I know.
Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate.
Oh my goodness. Search for a little something to help. Yeah, okay, fine. Now, before, I had a choice to, search the booth, but instead, I am now sitting down in the booth. I wonder what the difference is here.
The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side effects.
Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse.
Of all of those, prophet's disease is maybe my favorite.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Oh boy. Oh man. This is a little easier with Aaron because either he's horrified by something, in which case I want to do it, or he is the devil on my shoulder goading me on. So now I've got to do this myself. Got to get into the head of this character that I'm playing. He knows he's a mess. He's trying to be better. He also genuinely, in his head, he is David Bowie. And you know what? Here's the thing. If I leave these painkillers here, some innocent person... Oh, hold on. Did somebody just show up here? Did somebody send a raid? Oh, hey there. Hey everybody. Welcome raiders. I'm sorry I was yeah, and great. You show up right as I'm talking a bunch of garbage, and then I sort of miss your arrival by several minutes. Welcome to the stream. And welcome to a weird game where at this particular moment we do not even yet we don't currently have a little picture. I'm about to take some expired painkillers under the pretext of saving someone else from making the bad choice.
You take the painkillers. They are yours now.
You take them. They're yours.
You stand and exit the booth.
So now, here's the thing. I kind of was like, I was so tired. And I sat down. And then I took the drugs. And then I stand up. And now I'm going to search the booth. I wonder if it's going to address that. Usually if there's a ridiculousness built into the system, the game will acknowledge it. I thought it was going to be just like in the moment, you know, just take some of the pills, not like steal this poor old man's drugs. So this is where Renee works. I'm going to look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
Hey, can't you just give me the option to look at the picture? You know what? I'm going to take this picture because it's Renee's picture, and I'm going to take it back to him.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Renee, is dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
And then I eat the picture. I'm like, damn your semantic ambiguity. Yeah, this is... Yeah.
Renee looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Again, I love the fact that fucking empathy is a stat in this game.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim. This is such a bullshit. This guy, for those of you that are just showing up, this game is amazing. I love it as much as I've ever loved any game I have ever played. It is one of the best pieces of art I have ever experienced, interacted with, or consumed. And I am not being at all sarcastic or hyperbolic there. I think I'm going to go with the truth. I'm going to ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
What just happened there? Oh, okay. Ask Renee about the photo. That's interesting that it suddenly adds that as a you know, that it adds that as a quest effectively. So now
this is the Night Watchman's booth.
Items. I could also pawn it for $1. Oh, Renee. So now I can get inside here. Whoa. Hold on. I'm having an experience. No, go back there. I also love this mechanism where when this happens, it's like, hey, you are seeing something, you have thought something, I think since this is yellow, this is a physical thing. Great machines in quiescence. Underused words, quiescence. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Faded industrial letter on the platform. Kvalsund. Hey, money. I love how I am effectively paying for my rent. So I think I'm going to leave that. Because now that I'm on this side... Oh, hold on. Kvalsund means whale fjord. So now that I'm over here, I obviously can't get back by jumping backwards. I don't think it'll let me climb up, but I did have access to a door on this side now. And so it makes sense that I should be able to get back in through this door and therefore back out through this door. Whoa, hello. Okay. There's a lot of... Radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. That is the door back outside. Someone left the coffee machine on. So this must be another suite in the... another suite in the or another hotel room in the place where I'm staying. Postcard. Ooh, I can sell that postcard. What are you? A book. And let's inspect this drawer.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Oh, this is a Union office. I'm stealing from the Union. Well, that's okay. They were dicks to me.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
The world building, not the world that was created, but the way in which the world is portrayed in this game is really excellent.
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Oh, could this be some evidence about the drug smuggling thing that's happening here that I heard about?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
I hate that my first impulse is to be like, hold on,
The drawer slides shut.
close the drawer, and now I'm gonna look at a postcard. Oh, hey, a communist tract. That's cool because I'm a communist ghost cop. There's the map. There's a book that I bought. I'm waiting to sort of investigate, although I'll probably do that tonight at some point, just not right now. I'm trying to engage in some things right now that might benefit from an increase in like physical acumen. Because I just took some speed. So, volition. How is my volition? Do I have anything? I think my volition... It's up here. Oh, look at this. Right now my volition is really low because I've taken... So not only is this a stat, but I've taken, like, morale damage, and so it's gone down. That is an interesting way of handling that. So I can actually... Just like, you know, what this is you have, like, an adrenaline inhaler to help with your heart, or, you know, with your health, and you have a magnesium supplement to help with other
The
things.
file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you.
Yeah, let's try it. 72 is pretty good, right? Oh, I'm gonna be so irritated if I miss this check, though. Should I bump it up one more? So here's a question. Just in terms of game mechanic, normally you get to retry a white check in this game. White checks can be re-rolled, but only if you have, like, if you put another point into a skill, or if you somehow get an advantage or learn something new, right? So, for those of you that have played the game before, is healing my morale enough to get me a reroll? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, I don't think so either. So you know what? I'm gonna, since my morale gets damaged all the time, and I just stole some drugs, I'm gonna heal this up all the way.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well.
Okay.
Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Like, I don't care about the clue I found. I just shut the drawer.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Yay! I get to show Kim a list of... I'm like, hey, Kim, I found a clue.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled. The drawer slides shut.
I'm still going to take that as a moral victory. Or, sorry, a morale victory, because I raised my morale in order to have the victory. Typewriter. Every worker is a member of the board. Demand democracy. Well, hello. Oh, yeah, look at this. That gives me a bonus to my visual calculus. But more importantly, let's see how cool I look wearing them. There's my hat. Then, these were in the Dockworkers Union office. They're perfect for scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eyes. Good for staring down sectors. So yeah, plus to visual, calculus. Yeah, look at me. Okay, but what do I really want? Yeah, I do like these little Ben Franklin specs best right now. Okay, now there's one other thing in here. And that is this. It looks like a time clock, but I remember from a previous, oh yeah, you can see there. And I remember from the previous playthrough, this here is it's a phone of sorts, and phones are like in this world, the technology is very different.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Fine.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Oh boy. My interfacing is at a 3. Interfacing. I love how I am going to get to use this before my my drugs wear off, but also interfacing. Right. So now I've got to put on my dexterity gloves, which look like kitchen dish mitts. Any other? Nothing else gives me interfacing. Interfacing is your ability to interact with like mechanical objects.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Let your muscle memory dial a random number. I'm gonna say this. Yeah, this is not muscle memory so much as like the fact that I've had a psychotic break due to substance abuse, and I'm just remembering what numbers I've dialed recently.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy. How may I help you?
Okay, a video place.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lammy.
Do you know me?
No.
No.
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Why did I call you? I just... There's so many good ways to imagine this.
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Here we go. I'm leaning into it. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Raphael what? Listen, I can't help you over the phone. If you need further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. Are we done?
He thinks you're pulling a prank on him. On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker.
This is new. I don't remember this from my previous playthrough.
Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
I love Kim. I like you just call a random number. It's a video store, and then I look at my partner. I feel existential dread. And I look at my partner and say, "Kim, I feel sad about Blockbuster Video 24 hours." What was all shit though?
It.
Okay, thank you. I've got to do this. I'm just like in deadly earnest. Turn to him bleakly with hollow eyes. Kim, I feel sad.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
Oh no, no! His sympathy is worse than anything. And then just be like, "We're done," and I hang up the phone. Well, that's not where I expected that to go. Huh. Well, nevertheless, I overall a victory. Oh. Locked and cannot be opened from this side. Oh no. I have to go talk to the union leader now just to get out? Oh no. I thought that... Oh, Cass Flynn, this game is so good. It's 100% worth your time. I mean, now I'm having to deal with the consequences of my actions. Come on. Hustle your buns. So now there's this. This should let me control the crane. So I'm gonna fuck with it.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Allumer on, éteindre off.
Okay, first we turn it on.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
I wonder how bad this is going to freak Kim out. Okay, it looks like it's being lowered. Not just wrecking shit. Oh, that still doesn't look quite... Oh, it's teetering.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
I like how just in my heart I know that I have helped this crane fulfill its purpose.
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers. except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
I did that for you, Kim, because I love you.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does no screech of metal when you push the button this time. Only silence as the crane...
Well, I did it. I feel good about it. I regret none of that. Also now, I can go inside. I bet you there's just...
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
I sense that this is full of ghosts and or drugs and or money. And any of those is okay with me, Kim.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe. Yes. All things are magical, Kim.
You do? Because I don't.
Why not, Kim?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe there's contraband. I'm gonna go with this. I'm leaning into Ghost Cop. It just feels special, Kim. My instincts tell me.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Well...
No reply. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
I think that your doubt has kept this door from opening, Kim, so I blame you. Except I'm gonna try it again.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. No reply.
Fine. No, hold on. We're going here. Going here. Going here. Whoop, hold on. Hold on. I'm having a feeling. Hold on. Hold on, Kim. There's somebody left some pocket change on the edge here. Is that an antenna or a microphone? Speaker tower. No work to organize in the yard below. The musk of oil and rust from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. That's intimidating at all. What? Oh, hell no. Can't give me a thing that I can click on and... Oh, wait. Hold on, wait. Open sesame. Ooh. Let me look at them gloves. For ultimate performance. Fingerless with grippy padding covering for palms. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yup. Also now my... Where's... Oh, no, this is Half-Light. Okay, I was thinking Inland Empire. Now my reaction is super good. Also, I just realized that I was trying to open that cargo container with the power of my mind instead of with the power of a crowbar.
You're back before the cargo container. You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, The lieutenant considered. No reply. No reply. No reply.
Fine. No, wait. Hold on. What about also bolt cutters?
You're back before the cargo. You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant.
Hey, look, this is a strap. Okay, now this is irritating. If I can see this as a clue, this is the same sort of strap that they hung that guy by. They should let me click on that and then have my character fail to realize the similarity. Whoa, hello, hold on. Here we go. More money.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Oh. I think I like Leo.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as it goes along.
That's my art sense. It's like, this is improv.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
I mean, he does seem so happy. He's the first happy person I've seen. I kind of want to leave him to it. I wish you could just constantly hear him singing. Maybe...
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red.
The lyrics to this container song, the accent is so thick, it's...
Container, container, Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in its deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's in that container over there? Or... maybe we'll start slow with, what are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Oh. Red check.
Sure, mister. About what? Bye-bye now.
Of all the people that I do not worry about judging me for abruptly leaving a conversation, I've already got a +1 in logic. How is my logic here? Oh, man. I'm currently right now in my thought palace have I got here? Oh, the fact that I've convinced myself that I'm a rock star cop is it's punishing for me for being self-delusional. Gosh, that is a red check and it cannot be retried.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Where is everyone?
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops but seems eager to tell you more. What sort of trouble?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
And I like this. Effective, like, I have enough skill with, like, being a good conversationalist and being persuasive. What did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Oh, now see, I wonder if, you know, Kim, part of me is like, I want to indulge Leo and keep him talking, but also, and like with the hope that that would be better, but Kim specifically just, oh, see you later, Thrall. Kim specifically just did look at me and is like, hey, get my back.
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who, no, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Oh, boy.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
He raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
This is just a shitty thing to say. So who's Miss Beaufort?
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
That's the woman who just told me off before I talked to the crew.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
Yeah, Leo has great voice acting.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
Oh, Bunny.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh, Leo.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip too.
I'd love it if it turns out Leo was actually playing us and just doing this us shucks thing to lull us into a false sense of security. Okay, so this I only have access to because I found that note.
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Chuckles merrily.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
You take the soup to the men. Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Who makes it there?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Okay, I'll investigate the borscht.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
So now I get to the real question I wanted to ask, which is about the container.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Don't be smug, Kim.
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
And here we go. Leader of the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
Just barely.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady, but when she got mad... All the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister.
What is this? I like to suddenly jump into his story and just like, you're a fucking liar, Leo. How dare you say that? Oh my god.
Them was naked too. That's all I got to say about that.
Thank you for telling me the whole thing, Leo.
Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. Everard is in that container over there. I got distracted telling the story, but he's in there.
Thank you very much, Leo. I appreciate your time. Yeah, nobody is on my side about that container being special. So what's here now? Okay, special borscht.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Boy. I think I'm just gonna have to... I hate that this is a red check, but I think... This seems like such a weird thing to be a red check. And I have a less than 50-50 chance of getting it. It seems so inconsequential.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Yep, blew that check. Red is so much prettier than traveled green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does.
I hate to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Thanks, Kim.
Why does art inspire you so much?
Okay, here we go. And again, I love that this just happens in the game. It's like, hold on, now you get the chance to think about art. What is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
I fit into the art world.
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Where is this going? I like this. I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real
Oh, here we
living
go.
art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
So, you know, and it's like, no, I can't be diverted again. But then here, don't I have to be 100% cop?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
50% art critic is what's needed. So be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
Wow.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Wow. Okay, so now we have... a new thought pattern we can pursue. It's another capo type, the worst one, the most savage and brutal, the art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex. Wow, this sounds deeply shitty and awful. And you get, for the hour and a half it takes you to develop this in your head, you have a minus to perception. I wonder what you get at the end of it. The problem is, what you can see here is, what have I put points into? I put 1 into drama, 1 into conceptualization. This is my art stat, by the way. And then there is, I put 3 into shivers, 1 into savoir-faire. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've spent 6 points on levels. But over here, I've also spent 3 points just on thought homes. And every time I've put a new one in here, it's going to cost me effectively an experience point. And I only get 1 every time I go up a level. Ugh. See, the thing is, I think I can't... Now, earlier somebody said that I missed something here, but I think maybe what they thought is that I didn't go in the right direction. I think I literally can't get out. There is another way in, I think, like if I beat up Motorhead or whatever his name was. But I'm not seeing it here. Can I get there? No. Can I get there? No. Can't get through that door without the passcode. I bet... God, I don't think there's any way around it. I gotta go talk to this guy. I do not think that this is where I wanted to go next. I would have preferred more time before talking to the mob boss effectively.
Yes?
I am the murderer. So I think I'm gonna I'm a couple hit or experience points away from going up a level.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
It's an interesting sort of...
The worn map features...
Maybe if I'm in other places, it will provide other things. So I don't really want to... I don't think I want to read this book now, because what I remember... I think just clicking on it is one thing, though. Interact.
Medicinal purposes of the pearl. The cover of this heavy tome features a number of esoteric symbols.
Yeah, I think reading the book... reading a book takes a long time, takes half an hour. What about this?
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Oh, satire.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Wow, even the magazine has a deep dive. Okay, editor's
Comrade,
note.
as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism.
Thanks for stopping by, Crickets. Welcome, Kangaroo. Thank you for the translation, Philhun. Yeah, the voice acting on this game, it's a re-release with much more voice acting than the original version of the game.
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs. Please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
What? Why? I've openly come out in favor of communism like 4 dozen times in this game so far. Why would I suddenly be like, Kim, look at this? It's not porno. Why would I whisper? I don't know which of these is funnier. I mean, everything is in order. Okay, I just want to talk to Kim.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Oh, here we go. What's Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Sounds dull. Okay, I want to hear about CS. I wonder if this is the mural artist. That girl who was throwing paint all over everything.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Tip-top tournée?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Okay, communists, tell me where it hurts.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
Oh my god, did that just take me 20 minutes to read it in-game?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines, Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names. Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
Nothing wrong with a pseudonym.
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
I mean, it's fair. That's called commoditization.
Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Man, I could go for a fritter right now.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
Do you think that's true, everybody? Do you think nobody would watch? What if 10 years went by and there was never a crash in any, like, NASCAR or anything?
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Here's like, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Oh, here we go. And like as I sit here and I read this article for 20 minutes in front of him, and then I look up and say, hey, did you know that NASCAR is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? Or, you wouldn't believe how badly written some of these things are. I think I love him doing this. Yeah, I think we got to go with orgiastic capitalistic destruction. That's just too good a phrase to not.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
I wonder what else is really just a metaphor for life under capitalism. Oh boy, it's too bad. I thought I liked it.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
I'm really hoping this lets me talk to Kim about his love of cars.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
Aww.
The table of contents unfolds before you. It takes a moment, but gradually, as you leaf through this, the main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip. You think you're settling in. Instead, you find yourself where to even start.
Okay, yeah.
For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorship, and that precisely is what's problematic about it. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of... Sure, you think that, but it's the stilted language and overconfident tone. That's the real giveaway here. You're almost certainly reading a recycled university essay, one that could probably use some edits.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is me getting to be art cop.
The magazine stares back at you defiantly. It's pretty sure you just don't get it.
This article says no one really watches this for the races. See, here I'm hoping... Which of these?
Ah, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It seems to think so.
A certain kind of young man reads one or two books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even...
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Man, I just spent a lot of time reading a magazine in this game. Which, again, I like, but also want... I'm angry that reading this magazine did not give me at least
The
a little
face of King
experience.
Freecell smiles at you. For some reason, unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Wow, okay, here we go. Damn communists. If it weren't for the wild pines, all these moochers would be out of a job. This is an asshole thing to say. This is nonsense. Well, now here's the thing. It's not outrageous. This is the status quo. I am personally of the belief, like, if somebody it made me God King of everything, I would, and I just got to like issue orders and people would arrange things according to my desire. Every human living would automatically get a safe, warm place to live and like nutritious food to eat and support and care in terms of physical and mental health. And that is not anything they would ever have to pay for, not in a good society. Now, charging rent is different because if you have a building and someone wants to live in it, they should do that. But wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some sort of reasonable? I mean, this is good. The problem is that, like, and this is actually one of the foundational problems with America, is that at some point we started to value capital over labor, and kind of everything really went to shit, and it is continuing to go to shit. Fuck it. Let's go this way. I mean, in a pure communist society, I mean, that's like saying in a pure democracy, what would things be like either? Yeah, symbiotic relationship. Or realistically, like people are better people when they are not constantly scared and deprived of the essentials they need to survive.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward.
He's not wrong.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border. Something about bear wrestling. Face it, you really aren't interested in... You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Okay, here we go. So now... This is gonna suck. I know talking with this guy is gonna suck.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
I don't remember what happens here, but I do remember that this was a bad person and a bad interaction, and I failed a lot of checks when I did it last time.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Not my first playthrough. I did one 2 years ago when the game kind of first came out, but I honestly can't remember too much about the specifics, only that I really loved it.
A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Oh, interesting. I would have failed that passive check if I hadn't healed up my morale there.
The one good eye of this man fills you up without even flickering. The other, his lazy eye, is constantly moving like a goldfish in a tank. Grotesquely magnified by his +6 glasses. Amblyopia, a childhood condition. For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat slide down the man's forehead. At first, nothing happens. His face wears a wide and self-satisfied smile. Every now and then, he smacks his big lips.
So... Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay a visit to the Debardairs Union. I'm Everard Clare, head of this little operation here.
That is an awful voice. I would like him better if he had, like, a real mobster voice so that I could dislike him more. Right? Cass, you and me immediately hated this voice. We're together.
Please, have a seat.
The folding chair looks like a torture device. Extremely uncomfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
Cam, how dare you throw me under this bus?
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Hold on. Yeah, actually, I'm in a bit of a hurry right now.
Have a good day, Mr. Dubois. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
I forgot. Before I talk to him, I have to make sure I'm wearing the right clothes. Okay. This is my very good new jacket. It gives me some shivers. I got my encyclopedia hat on. Got my tie. I think maybe I want that. These gloves. Half light. Yeah. Take the extra logic. Ah, Jesus. Do I want to... I'm putting on my serious pants, folks. Putting on my shoes. And the only thing that makes this really good is the fact that I'm doing it all like right here, right now. Like I'm like, hold on I'm in a hurry, and I change all my clothes in front of him. Oh, now see this coat though. No, I can't. A part of me wants like, ooh, extra suggestion. No. How about my tools though? What do I want to? I'm going to hold some cigarettes. Do I want to have... Right now... Oh, hold on. My authority is at a 3 right now. If I hold that clipboard, I have no authority. Okay. Now I'm ready. There is some Harry Dresden vibes now that I put pants on.
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is on your side this time. Please, take a seat.
I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
I don't sit. It's kind of my whole thing. This is a very David Bowie move. I don't sit, baby. It's just not my jam.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions, one of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
I'd love to, like, just lay, like lay on his desk. Just push all the shit out of the way, like, Of course, this dude is, like, a mob boss. Like you wouldn't do that to Kingpin.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Damn, that's a nasty play. He's got you, a titan of volition, in a fork. Guess you just have to sit or leave.
It's this is my success. Is being like sit or leave. And then, okay. I was kind of hoping, like...
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is on your side this... Please, Mr. Dubois. Let us Very well, Mr. Dubois. I, too... Should you find yourself more...
Damn, that's a nasty play.
Fine.
He's got you.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
I love how this is try to wink back. Yeah, baby. Of course. Wink. I'm gonna probably fail winking and like have a stress heart attack.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Do you have a lost and found here? Because I lost my badge and my gun. Oh no.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
Motherfucker.
It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners. It pains me to say.
Yeah, can you like put the lien on him or something?
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check. Comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
Oh, now, hold on. This is my electrochemistry? Oh, this is my body going, oh, I could buy so many drugs with this. You know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Take the check, but don't say anything. Take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. I wish I could see it here. Oh boy. Like, I would like that money. I'd like to take it. I wish I could take it and then like write him a receipt and say thank you for your donation to the policeman's whatever. Oh boy. I just don't know. I feel like I don't have enough information. Okay, I'm gonna take it but not say anything, with the hope that, like, I can then do something cool to it. Like maybe tear it up or something like that.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or
No.
cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays.
Oh, so he's like, he wanted me to be upset, and he's like, nah, man, I'm gonna love giving this guy this check.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter.
No.
Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Yeah, Kim already knows about my lost gun, luckily.
When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
How do I want to do this? How do you know about my lost gun? I'm not worried I've got this. Yeah, I'm gonna... This is the... At least has a shred of copness to it.
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
I hate his voice.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Turn to Kim. Kim! Look at this list. I didn't say thanks for the check, so I have a +1, but I did take the check. I'm sitting in this little tiny chair that hurts me. Side effect spooks. I don't know what that means.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Oh, God. Composure. What is my composure? Where is my composure? Oh, of course it's here. See, if I'd gotten here faster, I would have had another +1, but it wouldn't matter. I'm so low. I mean, it's backed me into a corner here. And I can't re-roll this one. Also, this sucks. I tried to not get in the chair, and it made me fine.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun, and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Hold on. He's pulling a me. He's like, try not to think about all the kids gonna kill themselves with your gun. could not have missed that by more. I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool. You know what? The thing is, if you can't win the way you want to win, lose so big that the other person doesn't feel like it's a win. So I'm going to be like, I'm just going to burst into tears.
You want to cry? God, you're weak.
Oh my God.
Don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Oh my God. That's judgy.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this Mr. Dubois he keeps repeating? What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Oh, yeah, disassociate, baby. Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. Yeah, I want to just pass right out.
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
This is a huge passive success check right there.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. I mean, I do kind of like the thought of sliding entirely off the chair and just until I'm on the floor.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
Don't ruin this
What
for
an odd
me.
demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
Giant novelty check. Wow. So I can change this in at the Fritz store. See, the thing is, I actually want to do a few other things before I come and talk to him. Right, I did go far enough to throw them off that thinking it was a win. So then I immediately run out of the room and say to Kim, like, hey, I think that went really well. What do you think?
Yes?
Okay, there's no new dialogue options. This is Disco Elysium. Should say, like, right attached to the stream here. So yeah, let's get back to where we once belonged.
You're back before the cargo container.
I love you, cargo container. I wonder if I can come back here.
The payphone hangs mutely on the wall. There isn't much.
Okay, so that's where that comes out.
Looking for something, Rod? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
See, this one is still... So there's something about the union workers. Borscht. I'm gonna try to cash this check here. Get me some money.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check. It looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
So now I have money. I know that was really stressing Aaron out that I would die effectively. Actually, now that I have money, I think I'm gonna buy
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't...
that. What I really should buy, though,
is this about the question?
is...
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Ooh. Fancy vodka. I don't have a... That would be great. I immediately blow all my money on the vodka. Instead, what I want...
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Okay.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Okay, so now we get to check this out because I have a thought form that it tells me I get double money for bottles. But when I used it before, it implied that I just thought that it gave me more money for bottles. So right now, I have $30.20. It contains 3 bottles. So let's see
the
the
tear
actual
machine
math.
stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Okay, it does give me double. So maybe if I go do something here with this cook. It will help me with...
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Okay, so talk to me about mañana. See that? Isn't that just Spanish for tomorrow?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends.
What's in this special fancy borscht?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Huh.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with his brow arched.
Yes?
Borscht need more vodka?
Okay. Yeah, I can figure out vodka.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
It's so much worse. That voice acting and the fact that it's my necktie.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
If everybody, what would actually be better? You know, I think I'm going to go more vodka and hope that it like makes everybody like really loose and easier to deal with.
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew.
So, can you hook a brother up?
He smiles and nods enthusiastically and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you.
I want to get into a cargo container. I want to get behind a curtain. I want to get behind a door.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
What do I have here? Okay, I get a free free. This is also like, yeah, I love this thermos. So how about you?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
There we go. Easy Leo told me about you.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Okay, we'll talk later. What does Gart have to say here?
Can I help you?
Boo. Okay. So my hope was that now the booze here. Oh yeah, thank you. I have forgotten that I am ill-advisedly wearing pants. Just take those off again. There we go. That's my look. Oh, also. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll leave that on for now. Normally I wear my art shirt, but maybe I'll just save that for when I'm doing art.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Okay, that didn't work. Could be if I come here would do something, but it's also I haven't interacted with these people at all. But I think I'm going to call it there. It's getting kind of late, and it's the beginning of the week. I want to hit the ground with my feet running tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. I wonder if there's anyone online this late on a Sunday that I could host. Felicia plays, but she tends to play a lot earlier than this. No, I don't think I'm seeing any of my familiar crew on here. Who could? Does anybody know? Like, I have never really been systematic about following a bunch of, like, my geek brethren and sistren. Yeah, it is. This is a pretty thin time. And the things that I tend to... There's one person that I used to hang out. I think I followed her kind of on a whim. And I think it looks like most of what she's doing is showing off her dog. And it cracked me up because I just was scrolling through channels and I saw her like playing Pokemon and smoking the most incredibly large bong. Julie Clark. Or Piano Ryan. Let's take a look at Piano Ryan. I don't feel bad. Seems cool. Classically trained piano teacher by day and a Twitch musician by night who puts his heart into every performance. Sit back, chat, relax to song requests. Yeah, thank you for letting me know about this. Let's send him a follow so you guys can see who is making this lovely music that you can hear right now. So again, thank you for showing up tonight. Hope you had fun watching me play this weird, delightful game. And I hope your week starts well, continues well, ends well. I hope that you're surprised by how well it all goes. Also, be careful. The Delta variant is a real horrible thing.
All right, thank you guys. That was my original piano piece called Stream of Consciousness. Thank you, Ginny Kitty, for the song request. I saw you wanted to request the.
I can still hear. There we go. Even though I turned it off for you. So anyway, sorry, I'm hearing somebody talk in my ear and I have trouble saying that. So be careful. Delta's awful. Educate yourself. Wear a mask. It's potentially real bad out there. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you before too terribly long.